Yo, what's good, everybody? We back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. If you like content about sneakers, you are in the right place. Of course, my name is Jeremy Jones, and I make content about sneakers, and of course, occasional try-on hauls. Dunks should be joining the live. He literally texted me about 10 minutes ago, let me know he is on his way to the crib, so pretty much, hopefully, he gets settled and he can dive right into the live, man. So as y'all come in and out of this joint, make sure y'all smash the like button and sub up, man. But y'all see the topic, man. This has been an ongoing issue for like at least slightly over a year now, right? Okay, and if it's not been a year, it's knocking on a year, right? Okay, pretty much Nike and StockX lawsuit is what I want to talk about tonight. And I think I found a perfect article by Complex, that we can break down of what's actually going on. So if you haven't been living under a rock, y'all know I put this information in the Sold Out Discord as well, pretty much. So if you haven't signed up for the Sold Out Discord, make sure y'all sign up for that. And of course, that way you'll be updated all the time whenever I'm not live. And of course, when I haven't posted a video. But y'all know I try my best to make everything consistently. Let's see who we got in the chat real quick. And then we're going to dive right in. Dunk should be in hopefully shortly. Looks like we got Kwame in the building. Says, yo, what's good? What up, Kwame? We got J-Rod in there. Like Manny would say, Scam X. Manny with the kick says, Yerp. What up, homies? What up? What up? Scam X, StockX. I think, right? And I'm, just getting a little bit before Dunks get on here. I personally, right? I'm not really picking a side in this situation, but how long has StockX actually been around, man? For at least a strong, what I can think is back to probably roughly 2015, right? And I could be wrong. My thing is this: StockX has been selling Nike stuff. All they was the resale market. Why did Nike let them go for so long? You know what I mean? But because my thing is if they're selling your product, and another thing that I was thinking about before the live, and I definitely got to get Dunks in y'all opinion on this. Pretty much. We've always questioned, I don't know about y'all, but I've always questioned, how can Nike themselves really tell if the product's real or fake? What's the one thing that they know that we don't know? It's got to be something they know about their product that we don't know. That's called a trade secret. Now, if I had to guess, because I've already kind of seen little snippets of what's going on, but I haven't really broke down the article. That's what I'm going to do tonight. But what I wanted to say is, pretty much, I'm assuming the SKU numbers, they have specific unique SKU numbers. This is no go figure, Jeremy, but I'm assuming there's some ones that Nike only knows that this should be it. So I'm assuming how they were able to tell, because if y'all haven't been living under a rock, the title is Nike and StockX Lawsuit, How One Buyer Got 38 Fake Pairs of Sneakers. Pretty much it was the guy, he bought what? I want to say it was roughly 50 pairs of sneakers. If not more. I think it was actually 60-something pairs of shoes. He bought a mixture of Jordan 1s, the University Blues, the Jordan 1 Mochas. And I guess the main thing also that I've been seeing floating around that nobody's really upset or nobody's really, they're not even thinking of the fake ratio. It's a lot of things that's going through my mind. You know what I'm saying? They're definitely thinking the fake ratio. I said that wrong. They're definitely thinking the fake ratio. But you can also say, not only that, they're also looking at it from a point of view, he bought these shoes with the intent to resell. Now, my thing is this. Before Nike knew about this, and I remember, I think we actually did a live on this as well, if I'm not mistaken. I remember when homie put it up there that he had over 50 pairs of, a lot of his shoes were fake. I want to know how did he or she themselves know, because I don't know if it was a guy or not, right? But how did they know they were fake? You know what I'm saying? I could get why Nike can confirm this or not, but I want to know how did he know? Who did he know to take it to? Because think about it, average legit checking, whether it's really accurate or not, all people do is really look at the product and make sure it looks as legit as possible, right? If we're going to keep it 100. There's certain things that Jordan Brand don't do, and there's certain things that Nike and Jordan Brand do that don't sound right, that they do that actually knows hey, yeah, this is not what we do. But see, we think we know it because we've been in the game for so long. J-Rod says black light. Black light is cool, but it's been proven that they know how to remove that stuff off of there if you really, really try. You know what I'm saying? They can remove the little stamp that's not supposed to be on there. people have found a way to get that up off of there. So, and the more and more we put stuff out there, which is for educational purposes, but there's always going to be somebody with, I guess you can say, not the best intent. You know what I'm saying? Of like, okay, cool, I'm gonna remove it to make them happy, get the products from, least amount possible. But homie actually was trying to flip legit pairs. That, I mean, I don't want to say that I'm not mad about it, but at the same time, this has to be such a big deal. And see, StockX is trying to act like there's not phasing them, but in reality, think about it. The seller fees, they've lowered them from time to time to get people to come sell more on their platform. And they went from saying 100% authentic to like StockX verified. You know what I'm saying? So definitely a big difference. And you know what? I'm going to take it back even further for y'all. The original person who helped start StockX, he stepped down years ago. You know, I'm assuming he saw this coming a long time ago. I don't know. This is all alleged and in my opinion, but I'm assuming Josh Luber, I believe his name is, right? He's one of the founders of StockX. He's no longer there. Think about it. And I'll throw another one in there. I know we're focused on StockX tonight, but even also that I reported pretty much stadium goods owners have stepped down. Why do you, this is my thing. And I'm gonna ask y'all this, like Jeremy, they wanted to move on to quote unquote bigger and better things. Look like we got Dunks in the building. Give me like 2 seconds to get him connected up, and then we're gonna dive right in. Hold on real quick, I'm about to bring you on. Yo, say what's up.
Yo, yo, what's going on?
What's up, everybody? Dunks in the building. Go ahead and get your proper introductions going on.
Yo, what's going on, everybody, man? I know you're not too deep into it, so I really didn't miss much. But hey, what's going on, everybody, man? You guys know me by now. Yeah, let's just get it cracking, man.
Most definitely, man. So all I was going down the rabbit hole of like the history of when StockX kind of started.
Yeah.
To the best of my knowledge, it's been 2015. Y'all feel free to correct me, right? And one of the things I was saying is like one of the age old questions that we've had, and I'll speak for myself, and Dunks, you let me know how you feel about this. How do they know how to properly legit check a sneaker?
Uh,
You know, because
yeah.
and I'll put a little more thought on there, a little more sauce because and this is one of the things too that's gonna try and so you know what we're talking about tonight, pretty much.
Mhm.
Nike versus StockX lawsuit. It's an update. Pretty much, the person is pretty much apparently working with Nike, but it basically got an article from Complex saying how one buyer got 38 fake pairs of sneakers, pretty much off of StockX with the intent to resell them. You know, I put that in the Discord. Did you happen to
Yeah,
catch
yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. I saw that, and I trust me, it was plastered everywhere. I saw it.
Okay, just checking. So, apparently Nike is added this as a part of their lawsuit. So apparently he's allegedly this person is working with Nike. But what I was pondering to people is one, what does Nike know to confirm that these shoes are fake and what's real? Now, I was saying, um, we go off of like smell, color, this, little things, little fonts.
And I mean, I would imagine that they would probably go down those same basic, you know, uh, knowledgeable, things. Uh, that's something that they should have taught the general population. You know, so I mean, if we're using that, they should be using something 10 times in the future that we haven't seen yet. You know what I'm saying?
I was thinking it was something much simpler than that. Um,
Well, yeah, yeah, but
no, and let me put this in your head. And I think I seen this written somewhere else too. It's those SKU numbers that Nike know that nobody else don't know. Like Nike
mhm,
probably uses that for inventory purposes as well.
that makes
So
sense. Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure now that I think about it, and this is what I'm telling people too. Probably putting a actual unauthorized. We'll use the word unauthorized. So I don't even want to use fake anymore. Unauthorized shoe that's not a part of that's not supposed to be a part of Nike's inventory versus
Yeah.
Nike knows, hey, this number, and think about it, especially if they went digital, all they got to do is hit the search bar, search that Q. They probably got it. So why do you think the shoe has a barcode on the side of that joint? That's what that is. When that scans, that's for Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, but
So
how? So you mean every piece of that shoe has a SKU number?
yeah, each one of them had their own unique
Oh,
SKU
oh,
number.
the shoe as a whole. Oh, I thought you meant like each individual thing that goes into the shoe. Like,
Nah, Nah. Just the one shoe on whole. They
Yeah,
had the or shoes, I should say. That SKU number, I bet when they scan it, it's gonna come up in the inventory like this is what we accounted for. But
yeah.
I'm assuming that 38 shoes is not pulling up in the system.
I thought
This
it was, that's how many were fake, or is that how
yeah,
many you bought?
he bought 60 something
60
pairs.
males, right? Okay, okay.
Yeah, he bought. I want to say the number is 62 pairs, and 38 of them allegedly were fake. Um,
Dang. Yeah,
that's over 50%. You know,
yeah. Tough. That's tough right there.
yeah. So that's my thing. I think that's how Nike knows. Can I prove it? No, but allegedly that's how I feel about it. Like, how else? Because my thing is, there's those people are getting making using the same materials at this point. At these people, man.
Oh
Um,
yeah, of course.
yeah. I just want to know how that dude raised enough drama. I ain't gonna say drama, but he raised enough awareness up on social media to Nike went on and said, "Man, we're gonna get these guys for sure." And I personally, and this is my thing, whether StockX wants to admit it or not, they're feeling the heat. And
Well, you got to think about this too. Uh, Not only does it take money out of this guy's pocket, it takes money out of Nike's pocket. So yeah, they're gonna get involved,
yeah,
especially like you say when it's over 50% of the inventory that he bought.
it was fake,
You know
allegedly.
that's Nike's money too. So yeah,
Mhm.
they're gonna get involved.
Yeah. Let me hit the chat. J Ross says, well, older pairs of ones got that glitter. Yeah, I got some in there that's got that for sure. That's one of the ways too. We use that for authentication purposes. Man with the Kick says definitely the codes in the sizing tag. That's a fact. J Rock, so he's agreeing with me. J Rock says, Manny, I think they lost some pounds I put in the Discord were fake. I asked him to show me the tag and he didn't want to do it. Ah, I remember you posted in there and you said, all right, I'm asking for it, and he never said anything. My thing is this: if you confident in your shoe where you got it from, hell. But like me, this is my thing. When I list a shoe, no, a little off mode, but kind of on mode at the same time, I put everything that I would be looking for on those
Yeah.
images, and I can do it in 6 to 7 pictures.
Yo, remember whenever I sent you like all the pictures that I had got the Travis's, and you were like, God damn, you took a picture of every angle.
Yeah,
See, exactly. You know, like it's just tying into what you said. When you know it's real, you got no problems in the any and every picture you can.
exactly. And you won't even hesitate to respond like, "Oh, don't worry, I got you. What you want to know?" Because
Yeah,
you're not worried about it.
yeah,
Kwame says Jordan 1 fakes got too good. I'm retail only on those. Can't trust anywhere enough for me. Um, Tree 95 says, I think straight to option B. LOL, retail only. People get scammed too much. Guy in my city got ripped off for 900. Sheesh, with shoes. With shoes. Sheesh. Oh no, I read that one. That's AB. I read AB, but Tree says, I think the Travis Scott low reps are good and anything else are boo-boo. Okay. That's one way to look at it. He's saying only the Travis's reps are really good, and all the rest of the shoes he can tell because of the quality. Then the Slayer in the building says, "What up, guys?" And
yeah,
Goat is the Goat. So everybody's A1 with Goat, man. Y'all love Goat, and y'all see my latest pickup, those New Balances. I got those off Goat. I mean, they've been pretty on lately, but you got like I told Dunks, man. Honestly, past that Insta ship is kind of scary. Um, AB87 says when you get tracking from uh Parshan and Gong Gong from StockX, what did they expect? Oh, from overseas. um he says you'll see what happened to Blake. He worse than Mars yards for 2 years and we're fake. Oh, you talking about dude. Let's see. He says chunky donkey. Oh, those chunky donkeys. I knew honestly I stay away from the chunky
yeah.
donkeys.
That's a easy one. That's an easy one to tell.
Yeah.
Like,
I've looked at those time and time. All the
mhm.
legit pairs, the people have worn them out because I guess it's one of those it crease easily shoes. And then all the brand new pairs, they seem too suspect.
You know, the thing is, what it is, how you like what I've been seeing and what people say with the chunkies is that tie dye. They
Yeah.
say like that Nike, the Nike tie dye is like just you can just tell it's completely different from what the brand new pair use. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they say that's definitely an easy indicator, like that, and the I think like the furry cow part of it.
Yeah, the little white and black joint.
Yeah, because I'm sure the easiest part is probably that swoosh. You know I'm pretty sure that's not hard to duplicate at all.
Yeah.
But they say like the tie dye and the the cowhide is like pretty much the easy indicators. And I feel the colors because Nike has a lot of colors in there.
Yeah, it's got a lot going on.
Yeah, so to try to duplicate those colors is probably hard. You know.
Oh, freak yeah. Heck yeah. Men with the Kick says, wow, J Rod, luckily you didn't cop. AB says they revised Chunky's on the rep side. Yeah,
Oh,
they definitely do. They keep making until they get it right.
oh,
They
well,
do.
okay. Yeah.
They
Last I read,
do.
those were the things to look out for. So I don't know. Maybe they have. I haven't really been checking for those or chunkies because nowhere near ready to spend that type of money yet.
Most definitely. J Rod says, I've been really looking for Lost and Founds before the movie drops. I'm getting ready to just eBay it soon.
Bro, you might as well, man. At this point, yeah, because after this movie drops, yeah, they're probably
Everything
gonna go
going
up
up,
about a good
everything,
about 50
everything.
to 100.
How about everything going up by 100 once this movie drop with Ben
Yeah,
Affleck?
bro, come on, yeah, J Rod, you sleeping, man. You should have been had those.
I mean, trying to be careful too. You know what I'm
I
saying?
get it, but I mean, at this point, they're so easily accessible. But like you say, you don't know it at this point. Also,
Yeah, true. We got Ian Shin in the building. Hopefully, I'm saying the name correctly, homie. What up? What up?
yep.
Um, Man with the Kick says, pull trigger soon, J Rod, and April 4th around the corner. Yep. Basically, what Dunks just said. Basically. Kwame says, Rep Factory's gotta be making some shoes at the same place at Nike these days. That's how I feel about it too. I
I
think,
feel faster.
yeah, faster, but I even also think they're just pulling them right off the thing, but they're putting a different SKU number that's not on the list. That's like, okay, cool. They can't tie it back to us or some stuff, but now Nike finna be able to put a little bit more hold on it because
How about Nike puts a like a only under blacklight SKU somewhere on the box?
yeah, but they're gonna duplicate that too. But it's got to,
Eventually,
but they can't duplicate those numbers. Those numbers should be
that's
unique.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So
Yeah.
if they do like something like that, and you got only with a black light, you can see like the official SKU and those numbers that's attached only to Nike. You know.
And even if the company that they do get the numbers off of like the pairs and stuff,
Hmm.
Nike's probably gonna, especially if they get too many using that same number, Nike gonna know it's supposed to be this number, this number, this number. How is there's two different multiple numbers?
Yeah.
They're gonna rule that out. You know what I'm saying? It definitely makes sense when you really think about it.
I mean, they could have like a say like a one series lot, and that could be one bulk. They could have a two series lot, and that could be the bulk.
Yeah.
But each of those will be corresponding numbers, only attached to Nike. So if you see them anywhere else, you're like, well, it can only be this because we only made one of that number. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
we made multiple of the shoe, one of that specific lot number.
Hmm.
So if you see it anywhere else, boom, Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. That you valid. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to say too, most definitely. Um AB says, I just looked at those lost and founds in the Discord. It's too hard to tell. Wayne's World in the building says, do y'all think StockX is about to shut down? It ain't looking good. And I'm glad you asked that as well.
I'm gonna stand by what I said, and I'm gonna say I don't think they're gonna shut down as so much to where Nike may pull their product, or they may become just like some like type of third party for like just clothes or stuff. Shoes probably won't be there.
This is the thing too.
Like a
Not
buy sell trade, almost like.
I don't want to bash StockX, but I know for us, a lot of us just look at it for shoes, but they sell a market of things. I
Hmm.
have known of somebody who says they bought some like Louis Vuitton stuff on there, and they saw that it was fake. So they've been it's across the board. They're not just
Man, come on.
slacking on the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Don't that's the 100% okie doke right there. Like, why would you buy? For one, why would you buy something like, especially clothing, Louis Vuitton clothing, high
Well,
fashion? Why would you buy it anywhere other than the actual store or the online store? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but it may be piece that they don't make anymore. Or the thing is, and my thing is this, right? And I get what you're. I know why you're saying this, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna play devil's advocate. But I also got to answer to my own devil's advocate. They're looking at like, hey, they don't make this product no more. Oh, it's on StockX for still expensive but less money. Like, say the product Louis Vuitton, if you can get away with like 800, you're not finna get away with 800. You finna walk out the door with at least 1,200. I don't give a f what you buying. I'm lying because I bought a Louis belt. You can get it, and probably, and this was years ago.
Like 750, something like that.
Yeah, like I was out about strong 700. I was
Yeah.
able, I sold a joint because the waist, the size I bought wasn't big enough. Because also with Louis Vuitton, you need to go up a couple sizes because it's that European size. I
High,
didn't know
high
that.
fashion is made for slim people anyway, So not to
Right.
say that not to say,
I'm saying I'm super skinny, so I'd still,
yeah.
yeah, like,
But I'm sure
um,
you gotta be damn near when you bend over, your spine showing type deal,
pause.
Like, pause, but the people that's that type skinny, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you mean, most definitely. But I say all that to say, like, they're gonna shop there because maybe they think it's getting a better deal, So people trying to, they it's fake the whole time, but StockX and we authenticate things.
Hmm.
But see, then the difference between Louis versus Nike, you can actually pull up to Louis with the product and they'll verify the shit for you.
Yep. Hmm.
They can check, like, you can, like, if I like my I know my Gucci bag straight, but you can take that stuff to the store and be like, hey, I purchased this from a third party. Are you able to verify that this is actually a genuine product? And
Hmm.
that's what they did, and then they end up getting their money back, but they said they never will use them again. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I
and
would never trust like any place like StockX anyway for like something such as Louis Vuitton or something like that. That's just crazy to even pull the trigger on something like that.
most definitely. So, and this is my thing too. But to get back to Wayne's World question, do I think they're gonna shut down? If they don't, and see, this is the thing. It may be too late. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure Nike's probably tried to, be nice about it, but they want to play hardball and battle them, and you can't battle the person that's feeding you. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you can't come back. They'll never be better than Nike without Nike. You know what I'm saying? So if Nike lose, what Nike gonna do? All right, cool. We'll slow down product. We good. We'll keep a couple. This is my thing. We'll do. Nike can go like, hey, I'll just drop a hype release shoe, um, once a year, twice a year, and that's all we're looking for. They can dry up the market if they want to, because they're the main thing. And then
They're in
people
control
gonna
of
hold,
it.
yeah. And then people may say, well, I'll just hold until they bounce back. Nike can go for years, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can you
And
go?
trust me, they can bring the value of those shoes down if they want.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like Nike has been doing by with mass producing. Now the quality sucks, but they've been mass producing, so I think that could be one of the things they've been trying to do.
Yeah, that's one of the tactics to bring down like the pricing that people gouge.
Exactly, exactly. Let me hit the chat. AB says rep side has revised this close to retail. The seller would have to provide proof of purchase. I usually get that off of eBay. Whenever I buy something, I always make sure they have proof of purchase, which I usually provide that anyway, unless it's been like a long time. But especially one of these unboxings I got for you guys right here, man. I've been sitting on this joint for a minute. I need to put it out. And I tell you, and it'll show you in the video where this one is actually genuine. I was just surprised homie had it on there. Let's see. The Slayer says StockX gonna die in 5 years? Question mark. They feeling it right now, and if they don't play with Nike rules, which I was just trying to say, it may be too late. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Nike sent that warrant, like, hey, we, hey, and it's the thing. It all started with the NFT joint. Like, you'd be like, yo, hey, take it down. We don't have no problem. Nike, and I hate to say it, I'm not trying to be on Nike's out here, but they usually come really nice. They don't be like, hey, we're suing you. They don't go off what you have to send a warning to, like whatever you see that they're doing, you have to ask them
Yeah.
to stop it. You don't continue to do it. Like this is a thing. Hey, Nike says it's not a genuine product. Let's take it down, keep moving, because these guys kind of keep our lights on.
Yeah.
See, they
Yeah.
wasn't seeing that. They was missing that because they're thinking like, well, Nike don't do this. The people use a platform. Well, yeah, we're buying from Nike. Well, people should be getting their stuff from Nike and to sell it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's where StockX missed the mark, in my opinion. Um, Big Money Sonny in the building says, "What's good, fam? I haven't been around much. Really busy lately. Didn't want to miss out on the live. Salutes Jonesy and Dunks. What up, Sonny?
What's going on, bro?
Kwame says Big Money Sonny with the salutes from Manny with the kicks to Sonny. Big Money says, what's good, Kwame? Saw the liquor come up in the Discord. What is that? The liquor come up in the Discord salutes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, somebody got some goodies in there. Um, Kwame says, I don't think they made in the same factory or they'd get shape and materials right. I mean, they getting pretty close. You know, I'll say this: somebody, if they're not made in the same factory, somebody's cousin working in the UA factory and they coming back and talking to each other to say like or taking pictures and helping them. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I'm saying they getting that's how else you gonna get close. I mean, you ain't finna go off no images. We can use images for what Nike put out for my.
And think about this too. Even if they're getting the same materials that Nike uses, same exact materials to make the shoe look exactly the same, feel the same, smell the same, all the distinctive things that we know that we are going to get from Nike, they can still sell it at a cheaper rate if they can produce more and faster.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. And at that point, can you really call it a UA or a fake? Because they're still using all the same stuff. They're just able to produce it at a higher rate. That's how they're able to sell it faster and cheaper, you know?
Well, I've always said, and y'all could think what y'all want on this one. If it ain't Nike's stamp of approval, I don't really. It still don't. You're buying the name at the end of the day, and
Yeah.
that's what I think. What boils down to a lot of people who choose, and this is not picking on anybody, but the people who go the UA route versus the people like me and us. You know, like we try to keep it the genuine way.
Okay, so like you just said, so do you think that we're just buying a name, honestly?
Yeah, we're buying the name. It's
There's
we're
no
buying.
real reason that we really need the shoe. We're just buying because, oh, it's Nike. You
Yeah,
know what
like I
I'm
said,
saying?
Nike's been on top for a while, and I hate to say this, y'all can agree to disagree. Yes, majority of it we are buying a name, but we're also buying what else the story they're trying to sell behind it. Um, we're we're also buying the fact of what MJ. Some of us are buying because we are big MJ fans, and some of us are buying because this is a shoe that you couldn't get when you was younger. It's a lot of thing that boils down to it, but at the same time, I think we're buying that brand name. You know,
Yeah.
like not to sound like off of American Gangster, but he said it, you know, like Coke, Pepsi, that's a brand name. You buying the quality, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Nike's quality is always not the best. But you're like I said, ultimately, you can take, and we've said this before. What we seen, we'll give you another way. While we're not, I'll tell you how we know we're buying a name. Same shoe. Sometimes we'll be like, yo, if this was Travis stamped on it, everybody would want it. But like that same shoe, we'll look at it and like, man, if you know nobody really endorsing the shoe, we don't really want the joint. Not
Because
saying it wouldn't sell, but not on the level that they do now.
yeah, because think about this too. People buying, you say they're buying the name, they're buying Travis' name, and they're buying that backward swoosh. Imagine what would a Adidas Travis look like? Would people be interested in? You know what I'm saying? What would a Reebok Travis look like? Would people be interested in?
This is my thing though. I just feel like also Nike
So those are
had
just brands that you can't. Those are brands that can't really be branded. You have to be like a certain person, special person, to make it stand out. You know?
that's why Kanye is good at
Yeah,
what he does.
exactly. That's why he's like really one of the only people to really make some type of success with Adidas. You know?
Right. So as I said, Kanye, you got to give him his flowers, man. Other than the stuff that goes on around with him, but give him his flowers, credit where credit is due. he can sell a product. And Nike and Jordan sells their product together, but it would be weird. I mean, I would be very interested to see if Travis could bring that same energy over to Adidas. Think about it, he even had a Nike check, but see, he has. We already like Jordans, so
Mhm.
having a Travis on it is extra. And he in the cut, they really seem like they care about it. But then you also look at somebody like, what is it, Billie Irish? Hope I'm saying her name right,
Yeah.
Billie Eilish.
Is she getting ready to drop some here soon anyway?
Yeah, she just dropped those joints. They either drop tomorrow. I want to say they drop tomorrow. Those Air Force Ones.
They had a raffle for those. Come on.
My thing is this, but see, some people say they like them, but I don't think overall, like her stuff just don't really move us. And they try. She was supposed to be like that next, but I hate to say it,
Didn't they give her like the 15s?
yeah, she had the 15. She's had some high top Air Force Ones with like 20 straps on it or whatever. I'm like, the freak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember those with the lime green? She's had some
Mhm.
AKOs, the Air Jordan AKOs.
Did she?
Yeah, she has some AKO joints.
Oh.
Yeah, she has some AKOs. I think they were like lime green or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did. And
Yeah,
speaking of AKOs, I actually, I went back and looking at those unions, and I'm like, I want the maybe a pair for for the summer, nice little canvas shoe.
yeah. Most people that got that shoe probably ain't even put it on yet.
Yeah, exactly. And I like how the union is like kind of is behind the Velcro swoosh.
Well, if I was gonna get one, I would like to get. They got a leather version that's like
Oh,
exclusive through them with like a green Nike check on it.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
they got an exclusive colorway with them. You know what I mean?
yeah. Hey, sidebar, but hey, do you like the general released Tiffany's or the friends and family Tiffany's more? Air Force Ones.
The general release, the black joints. That friends and family is the teal colorway, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
They ain't for me.
okay. Sleep up.
Yeah, I'm sleep on them. Give
You tell
me
me
the
what.
all black joints,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
but I
I
need
need.
my
I
new braid.
do great.
I need my new braid. That's what I don't want them. And fun fact, I'll keep it 100. I was kind of glancing at them, but the price ain't. I
Hey,
I, I stopped looking though.
hey, how do you do this? Buy the Dubrays so you know that you got to get the Air Forces.
To be honest, bro, on the resale market, them do braids moving up to close to what the shoe costs. I'm like, damn.
Really?
That's why I
Okay.
said, yeah, let me go ahead. I said, I ain't nothing ain't got it, just ain't, I
Are they
can't.
like made out of like what 100% silver or
I think
whatnot?
something like that.
Okay.
But when I saw that, I was like, man, that's what I looked at. And the thing is, I could tell it was in my search history because I was obviously looking way. Man, I should have went on and just bought the Dubrays like off the website when I had posted in there. I should have went on and bought them.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, I don't want them if I can't hit. I thought they would be just sitting there. I should have went on and bought them. That way, like you said, I could have easily just waited for the shoe to die down. Because I'm assuming,
Because you would have had to buy them because you had the Dubrays. So
yeah, yeah, I could have. That's how I should have did it. I didn't move correctly on that one. And like I said, I never stop
uh,
learning, man.
I guarantee you, give it a year. You're gonna find that pack you're looking for. Somebody selling the Dubray and the Tiffany's, and maybe with the brush and everything too. Maybe, like I said, give it about a year and a half. I guarantee you will find them though. They're gonna be out there. You'll have them.
Oh, okay, cool. You speaking in existence for me. Appreciate that. Um, Rep to Play says, I'm new to the hobby, went to GOAT and StockX, spent way too much time researching what a fake looks like. So hard to tell on most.
Hey,
Yeah,
they study.
yeah. Being new to the game, I will say this: how I do it when I'm getting ready to shoe I'm looking for. I'll give you. Well, I'm looking for a shoe that dropped back in 2011, right?
Oh, hey,
And
everybody, listen up. You're about to drop some gems.
and I found two real pair. But you know what really kept me away is each one of them got rid of the box. Not a
Oh
telltale
yeah, you.
sign.
That's one of the things that you've always taught me. That was one of the first things you told me. When I got back into it, you were like, make sure they get the box. If there's no box, no deal.
Yeah, get the box because all that little stuff too. You can make sure just verify stuff across. You can cross
Yeah.
examine, and then also, and I get it. It's an older shoe, but I mean, like, I don't mind. are there. I only screwed up one time is whenever I stole those. I had some strawberry Air Max ones. I sold them. The person's happy. They didn't even know they come with extra laces. I got those extra laces here. I forgot to put them in the box. But if that person would have hit me up direct, and this was before, actually, yeah, it was authenticity guaranteed. They passed and everything, but because they was real. But uh, the person never even hit me up. I felt bad, but I wanted to hit. I felt like I should have hit them up just to give them to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So hey, I got a quick question. So like on the sellers end, with like dealing with like Goat, StockX, eBay, whatever, do you get a notification saying that hey, we verified that your stuff is real?
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah. I'm almost positive. Yeah, I haven't sold in a minute because I got to talk my tax person who did my taxes. Um, I didn't sell it like pretty much with the way the new tax system is. If you don't sell enough to make it make sense, um, you pretty much gonna be paying it back in taxes. So that kind of hurt me a little bit this year because I'm not a big reseller. But she said if you're gonna put it on a site like that, like so if I if I do sell some or flip some shoes,
Yeah, pretty much it's worth it.
yeah, that's what she said. Make sure it's worth it because they are off rip. They hitting you whether you sell X amount or X amount. They hitting you with this off rip. So food for thought. I still came out in the positive, but that's it. Still didn't make sense for just a couple, $100 from what compared to what they made. So because they
Imagine what bid Kicks was paying.
exactly. Well, it's one flat. After you sell so much, you got other ways and tricks and trades. But like you
Yeah,
gonna pay this. You gonna pay this amount regardless of what you sell. Is what she was telling me. So pretty
yeah.
much you have to make it make sense if you're gonna flip the joints. So I see why a lot of people still do the meetups and stuff like that because that's a hand to hand transaction. So
Do
you
you
don't.
trust meetups?
No, not at all. But I'm saying I see why people still be trying to go that route. You know.
I
Um,
mean, here, it seems like all the same people are just doing the same business with each other. So they're all like, "Oh yeah, smooth meetup. Oh yeah, you legit. You just bought some shoes from him last week. So what are you talking about? You know?
yeah. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Manny says, cooling my guy and trying to catch up with the sold out family 100. Rep to play says, rather just buy retail or pass on that joint. That's the safest way. Let's see. Shan says maybe sold out. Big Money says I've spent way too much money on StockX, but told a lot. I've sold a lot to balance a bit. It was just the platform I chose years ago, and it was easy for me. They shady though. Facts. Yeah, and like I said, when they first popped up on the scene in 2015, to the best of my knowledge, you couldn't they when they took off like they were killing goat, they were killing everybody, like they were winning. You know what I mean? They had
Yeah.
and the thing is they had what Wale and doing like the ads and stuff like that. So they were back, everybody kind of touched you. I said I only bought one pair of shoes off there, but hell, everybody was confident in StockX. I mean, everywhere you turned on any type of sneaker or anything, StockX was right behind there with the ads.
I feel like they just saw success a little too fast and took on a lot more than they are ready to handle. You know, say, yeah, give us your inventory. We'll sell it. We'll sell it. We'll sell it. We'll sell it. You know, and when you got people, one person alone is probably sending them 20 shoes. You know what I'm saying? And then think about that. They're probably seeing, let's just hypothetically, let's say 10,000 people a day. You know,
Yeah.
trying to sell all different amounts of shoes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
20 pair that could be all legit real, 20 pair that could all be fake. But hey, this Jordan looks just like this Chicago looks just like this Chicago that passed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But from different people. And you catch tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? Like
You get.
you get to
That's
them
what I'm saying. It's like one job I used to work. You have to volunteer to check a certain thing. I ain't gonna go into too much detail, but again, everybody's look the same except yeah, there's something different that we should be checking for. But to be honest, once it gets busy,
yeah, I'm saying.
You know what I'm
After
saying?
you've seen that same shoe 30 times that day,
Yeah.
you know, at this point, I don't even care if it's real or fake. You take them.
And you ready to go home?
Exactly. At this point, hey, ship them out, whatever.
Fuck it. You know what I'm saying?
Size 10, size 7.5, whatever.
Exactly. Because I've heard they messed up on like different sizes and stuff like
Yeah.
that
Oh,
too.
yeah. Come on, of course.
Yeah. So definitely that. Let me hit the chat real quick. Um, Let's see, where did I leave off? Big Money Sonny says fake still be coming through on both GOAT and StockX. That's a fact. Jordan 1 SoFi leather size 9 doesn't exist. I've heard that as well. Well, that's true, Big Money Sonny. There's one size 9, but apparently the creator, like the owner of SoFi, he is the only one that has the size 9. They never made any size 9s in that SoFi joint.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's only one, but yeah, nobody else should have it. Manoia, Jordan 4's dead stock had to rock them out the store if you cop are both selling
I
for a
thought,
lot.
I thought that those Manillas were only sold in the Manila Nike store. So you had to be in Manila to even get them.
Um,
It was to celebrate the first Nike store in out there in Manila, Asia, wherever Manila is. But those shoes were to commemorate the opening of the Nike store out there, and they only made a certain amount of pair. So
Fun facts by Dunks. There you go.
so unless you're in
Chin,
Manila, you don't got the real ones.
true. That's where you feel.
Yeah, I mean that's just what it is. It's facts, you know. If you were in Manila, or unless those people are selling them, then they can be real, you know.
Yeah, true. Um, Chin says, "Where should I get the lost and founds?" Um,
Go.
Go for sure, but choose if they have an Insta ship option, go with the Insta ship option. I always recommend going with the Insta ship option. You can do eBay, but you gotta if you I would say this, if you don't know what to look for, just go to Goat to be on the safe side. Goat, download their app. My only complaint about Goat now, because I think I own about what 3 pairs of shoes off Goat. Um, I don't like how their platform is set up. It's not as user friendly.
Hmm.
eBay maybe not as user friendly, but they're trying to make the improvement. Um, Go app, I feel like is slightly too fancy. I mean, yes, once you get it, but it's like,
Don't give you no information on the seller.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not giving me nowhere, like, you know what I'm saying? eBay does that, but at the same time, eBay takes longer.
Yeah.
You got to know what you want. You already got, if you're going to go on eBay, you got to know what you are already looking for from off rip. Like one, search the shoe, but you already got to know what you already looking for the images and stuff like that. It's a gift and a curse. It's pretty much like I told y'all, pick your poison at this point. Um, no matter what you're going with. Yeah. Big Money Sonny says fakes going for a lot because I believe the platforms make a lot of money off of them. Oh yeah, I've had man. If I show y'all my Instagram DMs of how many people have tried to like get me to review their shoe, and then I can tell it's like a UA factory type of setup. I just ignore it. Literally, if I show y'all my DMs, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And one of them keeps they send me one every 2 days. It's the same people. Like I've like homie, I have not read your well, I've read it, but it doesn't show them that I read it. Like, dude, please leave me alone. I guess they think like, oh, he gonna break. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's the same thing. This dude on Trade Block, he kept hitting me up. He kept hitting me up, and he even sent messages saying, "Hi, hello, hi," and then I just sent him back one day. I think it was yesterday, actually. After like 3 days of him, I just sent him back no, and then finally today he said your trade was canceled because he was trying to give me some. Oh, I can't even remember what his trade was. But I was
What were
like,
you offering?
"Huh?
What were you offering?
Oh, I have my which ones I have on there? Oh, I didn't have anything. I just had the ones I have on there. I wasn't like had anything for trade. But then
Oh
they hit
yeah.
you up.
Yeah, I forgot like how well one I know of how it works, but I've never even downloaded the app or used it. But pretty much you
Yeah,
list your inventory and then they pick and offer what they want. I get it.
yeah.
Great idea, but I mean, who's to say you won't get screwed on the end? You
Right.
know?
You can take this. People, I don't see trade block lasting too much longer. That's
No,
just my opinion. I don't see it lasting. Maybe, maybe the end of this year, if that.
I'll say that one. What's the other one they're trying to push too, where they let people do the auctions on there?
Whatnot.
Yeah, whatnot. I see that slowly fading away for
Man, dude,
sneaker wise anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. I downloaded Whatnot. I went on there when I saw like people pretty much making TikToks for selling shoes. I was like, man, get this out of it. Get this off my phone.
Yeah, so I don't see that lasting long for sneakers. And then also I'll say all these like legit check apps, like the one that you can take your pictures in, blah blah blah. Sounds good on paper, but I don't see them being around much. You don't even hear them that used too much anymore. The only ones that's going to be around is whoever
Uh,
Nike doesn't go after. So like I said, I think they're not gonna go after eBay because eBay will most likely just shut it up. I feel like eBay will just be like, "Yo, all right, cool. You don't want to sell the product? Fuck it, take it off." You know what I mean? We don't care. We
oh,
got
right.
they've been around too long where their main focus was not always shoes. You know?
And for your one pair of shoes you want to take off, I got 30 people right behind you with the same shoe wanting to sell it on my site. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. So, I wouldn't be surprised if Nike said, "Hey, get some type of like somebody to check these joints." Other than that, you know. And that's where the whole little authenticity guarantee came through with eBay.
Mm-hmm.
Wayne's World says the Raging Bull shock drop. He says I think eBay is the safest for hype shoes. Yeah, true.
Wait, oh, go back to he said the Raging Bull shock drop. What does he mean? Like they shock dropped? Is that what he's trying to say?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they shocked because that shoe I don't know if that was actually set to slate this year, man. Unless they just randomly shock dropped it.
That'd be a crazy. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna read through the rest of the chat.
Sure, at this point, if it did shock drop, it's probably they're all
Oh, I
going.
think he's got another coming. He says the Raging Bull shock drop Monday was surprising because it was an old shoe. Oh, it happened Monday? Where was I at?
Exactly. Me too. Exactly.
I think Nike is checking things out. Something big is about to happen this year. They will take back control. Just like the bootleg CDs and streaming, they will find a way, man. Um, we got Super Robot Ed in the building says, I see Snipes had a lot of dead stock. I picked up the Gore-Tex Air Jordan 1 high and the Armory Navy Air Jordan 1 mids, and they were long gone from Nike and other places. Because the resellers realized they couldn't move them things. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
J Rock says eBay got that 10% off right now. Time to go shopping. um, we got Super Robot Ed says the till joints are a flip shoe. You lucky if you got one. I'm assuming you talking about the Air Force One joint. Tiffany,
Yeah.
the Tiffany's, or you are the teal ones like the Tiffany, but the teal colorway, like the one you asked me if I liked it or not. Um, Big Bunny something says Billy Irish, the chick, the huge milkers, correct?
God.
Sonny, man.
She's
Come
like,
on. Come
oh,
on.
she's like 18.
I don't know how old she is, but that like y'all, okay. Enter says, hey, good evening, y'all. What up?
Nope.
We got Robot Ed says in the old days of Air Jordan rep boxes would just be trash at that point. Yeah, it used to be really easy. Now, different ball game. He says Robot Ed says I sell mine off site. Um, Rep 2 Play says StockX app interface is better than Goat in my opinion. Like I said, Goat in my opinion has the worst interface. While they may be the most trustworthy, I think they have the worst interface in my opinion. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Um, let's see. Where did I leave off? Big Money says, I agree, rep to play. Entor says at Big Money Sunny, whether it's desktop or mobile, the StockX app is P slick. Let's see. Big Money Sunny says that's correct, and you had to rock them Manilas out the store, so dead stock doesn't exist. Okay, cool. So we've got that confirmed by Dunks and Big Money Sunny. The Manila Fours pretty much there's no dead stock pair, and you had to rock them out the store, and you can only get them from that specific store.
Mhm.
So Big Money Sonny says facts. Intor, Mr. 314, and the new and the building says breaking news, and he has a lot of dots behind it, so we know how he moves. Um, Big Money Sonny says, I'm on year two trash. We know Mr. Three, we know 314. J Rock says, she 21 dunks chill.
No, I don't know. I don't follow the chick,
I
so
don't know
I don't know.
either. I
Yeah,
didn't know
my
either.
bad, my bad, my bad. I didn't know.
Hey, they must. Hey, we seeing something. They seeing something different. 314 says, "Who even thinking about a 2022 shoe in 2023? We talking about them Palomino threes. Them images make me want them." Manny with the
What's
kicks.
up with this with the Palomino stuff, man? Just leave it to Palomino ones. That's all those Palomino threes.
We'll
What's
pull them up. We'll pull
they
them up.
gonna go with, is that their new thing now? They're gonna do Palomino.
We'll pull them up towards the end of the live, man. Manny with the kick says, "Yeah, that her Sonny with the milk company." Hey man, yeah. Hey man. Anyway, so back to the StockX thing, man. So I do got an article for Complex real quick, just to kind of go through it. I'm not gonna just read the whole thing. I kind of want to just hit the major highlights on it because I haven't had a chance to read it yet. So I'm about to share my screen. Give me like 2 seconds. Boom. So pretty much this is what I saw from Complex. Now, this article dropped on the 21st, which was what, yesterday? This is how a buyer got 38 fakes of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So, Nike lawsuit began last year, just like I suspected. I'm kind of just going to paraphrase this joint because I don't want to do all that. So, again, in an interview complex, this is where the dude actually just did the interview. How ironic, man. I feel like he tried to come on here and,
Yeah.
okay, so in the interview, Complex says, uh, Kim says they had bought a batch of 62 Air Jordan 1s from StockX last year in an investment. He plans was to take advantage of the dip in the market and resell them for profit until he realized over half of his pairs had purchased from StockX were he showing as fake as popular apps use check shoes authenticity. It's funny. I was just saying these check apps really don't I don't really trust in them all the way. These apps that can legit check sneakers, but I'm gonna keep reading. It says we're talking about the SKUs that matter that have. That's what I told y'all. I knew I saw some about the SKUs. Have very very accurate reps and a failure rate. Okay, so at this point in time, they're really high. Cam says. I mean 50%. So yeah, this is where he knew that the SKU numbers were off. See, this is my thing. For anybody to really know that, maybe homie really does care about his product that he was trying to flip. So he's the one who noticed that the SKU numbers are off. This is a dude that actually
Whoa.
bought the shoe.
What
His
do you
name,
care?
yeah, his name is Roy Kim, a third-party customer who bought 38 fake shoes. The same transcript features uh another batch of fake sneakers Nike focused on in a lawsuit from Zeta Kicks, infamous Oregon's reseller whose Ponzi scheme. This is my thing. This is why I want to bring up because I bought a lot of stuff from Zeta Kicks too. This is my thing. Zeta Kicks situation where I feel like this. Kwame brought this to my attention as well. Zeta Kicks had a. We all said he had a direct plug from Nike, so that's why I was like, man, he good. But he had fell so behind on his pyramid scheme. A lot of those shoes, and I think he was doing it for like the Cool Gray 11s. He was so behind on that one. He bought a lot of stock from StockX to try to get those customers their pairs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think the batch that they caught, I guarantee you there's some, I bet you it's all those 11s he had to try to fill because that was his biggest order to date. All the other hype stuff, I assuming people really only bought that by, a little stuff. So I'm not really concerned about my peers until I hear otherwise, but that's where I think that was,
Yeah. I
he
mean,
collapsed in 2022.
they feel real, right? They smell real, right? So
Huh?
I said they feel and smell real, right? And the colors look odd.
Most
Like,
definitely, and they went through the authenticity guarantee. So I'm like, I'm not really worried about it because, like I said, I didn't the stuff I bought on there. I didn't buy the big and think I even bought some Yeezys, but I didn't buy like the stuff that pretty much I put the footwork, and I didn't go after any 11s like all that stuff. So I went out. Honestly, all the stuff I bought off him was probably some hype shoes. So I'm pretty sure that wasn't like he couldn't. I mean, he could get it from StockX, but I mean, he wouldn't have had that many numbers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think it was mostly the bulk numbers, but again, I don't know. So um, either way, I'm gonna take it for what it is for a grain of salt. But I definitely made my heart drop a little bit when I first
I
read
mean,
that.
you gotta think each of these companies gets a certain batch number, you know.
Yeah,
So if you could go to like if you got a direct connect with like say like with like StockX or somebody who probably buys like multiple batches at once, and you can just buy one whole batch from them, you know, like
yeah,
obviously what which is what he was doing, you know. So say like if StockX gets 3 batches from Nike, he was buying one whole batch to himself or to split out on his little whole little team, you know. So allegedly, you know,
yeah,
that's how I see it working. How he would get so many pair, you know.
yeah. So I can see that. Let me hit this article. Okay. Nike brand protection team visited Mr. Kim, looked at his shoes, document. Okay, so after he posted, okay, so when he went on that rant on social media, this is the guy who said that, that he got all these fake shoes. He says, after he posted about the issue on social media last year, he eventually got StockX attention and a full refund. Okay, so he already got his money back.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, I didn't know that. He also got pulled into the lawsuit between Nike and StockX because he's involved in a lawsuit. There are things Kim can't discuss, although some of the holes in his story are filled in the courtroom documents. Nike brand protection visited Mr. Kim, looked at his shoes. Okay, so they went to where his shoes was, documented our findings. A Nike lawyer explained in December 2022 conference per a transcript from the conference per the redacted letter that happened on July 2022. So they had a lawyer inspect the shoes and saw which ones that were fake. So this is my thing.
A
Nike,
lawyer
yeah,
sniffing that?
hell yeah. Like Nike sent the lawyer to do their dirty work. Now I'm almost positive like this.
How the lawyer gonna know what
I
shoes real
also
or
did
not?
they send him the SKU numbers and tell him to go verify each one? Because
That's how what they had to do because he can't. I'm sure the lawyer, his last concern on this world is if some shoes are real or fake. You know,
right. And my thing, I know even if he's on the payroll, but it's like he don't know. He should be. I'm not saying a lawyer shouldn't come out there to quote unquote document findings, but I'm sure you should send one of the teams out like, hey man, he's literally
I
at the
mean, they
damn
probably like I
factories.
say, it's Nike. They probably got special lawyers who will only deal with certain areas of their business. Like I say, they probably have lawyers just assigned to scam to StockX. You know, they probably
Yeah,
have lawyers just assigned to sneakers. They probably have lawyers just assigned to the brick and mortar stores. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but still, like they know. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I guess I'm saying I don't know. These lawyers got to be like sneakerheads or something, man. Because how they are being able to just know by the look and stuff.
I
That's not what
want.
their focus is. They didn't
I
go to
want.
school to check shoes.
I want to call BS on Nike for a little bit too. All alleged, by the way, but I mean, you're sending a lawyer out there to do your dirty work. I mean, sure, he can match up a few SKU numbers, but I mean, I assume the lawyer just every lawyer I had, they would have somebody. Hey, you go out there and you provide it to me, and you pretty much still your own lawyer. They just gonna speak and word it for you. So I don't know, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I
pretty
don't
much.
know.
They make you do all the studying, and they just turn the report in.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? That's all, every lawyer I ever had, and apparently I just like I said to the date I don't have like what 6 or 7 attorneys. While I will not bash them on live, let's just say that I wasn't happy at it either way. Yes, everything got taken care of. Now, if you listen to them, they're going to say, well, we did what you asked us to do. You don't have this, this, and this. Yeah, but, I also don't
But
have,
you also took 3 other steps around what I requested to get there. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
with money.
Yeah,
Not,
that's what I mean by 3 extra steps
yeah,
because it's gonna cost you. But we couldn't get it this way, but we did find this way that'll possibly open this up for us, and we can get back to the point that we were trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And what killed me with them is, yep, that's exactly how they talk. Or don't, and I've been in a situation where I fired a lawyer and hired another one. When you're
Yeah,
in the
okay.
process,
Boss moves. Look at my boy.
no,
Ah,
nah. Let me finish. Let me finish because it gets ugly. So
Kanye. This is Kanye firing lawyers.
when
Okay.
you go through that, the lawyer gonna hit you with a the new lawyer gonna like that you because you're gonna start shopping around. They're gonna look, well, do you got somebody else? Like you're gonna be like, yeah, but they're not doing XYZ, and then they're gonna be like, man, they're gonna well send me
Oh,
what
I
you got.
heard about him. He's not so good anyway.
Yeah,
Something like
they
that.
they don't even go that far. This is what they're gonna do. They're like, well, send me what you got real quick, and
Mhm.
then they're gonna look over it, and then if they need them, well, want your money, which most likely they do, and be like, man, uh, go ahead and let them know. They'll tell you how to word it to them that you don't pretty much want them as your attorney no more. And then it's like, man, and they're gonna look over this, man. I wish you would have came to me they're gonna every attorney that I've had to replace, that's the thing. I wish you would have came to me in the first place. Like you would have did the same thing they did, motherfucker. Get the fuck up. Like if you don't get fuck because they're playing you, you know what I'm saying? That's what they
Oh yeah,
do.
of course.
Oh, that pissed me off, man. Pardon my
Even
language.
even if they know, like say like what we could just use which is this XXX as a example. When even they know you guilty, they know you guilty. They still gonna be like, man, you should have came to me in the beginning. You know,
Yeah, they always say, man, if you would have came to me first, you know, I can't guarantee anything, but I know I would have at least been able to push it to this.
I would have at least tried something like that. You know,
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just one of those. Like that's just how the game go. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Mr. 314 says, who read that one? Manu the Kick says, yeah, that's her, Sonny. The Milk and Company read that, read that. The Slayer says, fake sneakers are already and gonna continue to become normal as time goes on. Shaking my head. Manny says, we Gucci, my guy.
barely
And
argue that.
you think so?
It's a fact, of course.
All right.
As long as
Manny,
shoes are around, fakes are gonna be around.
I think Nike's plan is they're slowing stuff down. They're making stuff readily more available. Once I think what Nike's plan is, if they continue to push it and put like large numbers out there, um, or and even if they only do like a certain limit on the hype shoes, I think their plan ultimately is like if they make a majority of their stuff available and resellers see that, hey, yeah, these are too obtainable and there's no money to be made in it no more. Nike do this for like a good this year, next year, and then things will be back to normal.
That's
Actually, they'll be back to normal by next year. They all they got to do is continue to push their product out like the way they've been doing this whole year. Let this be a whole dry year for resellers. You know what I'm saying?
so you think that's what they did with these reimagined threes? That's what
Most
they did
definitely.
intentionally.
Yeah, intentionally they did it. Like you know
They
what I'm
didn't
saying?
want another lost and found debacle.
Yeah, they didn't want another lost and found debacle because they already know where it was gonna go. So they went on and put it out there, and then people were like, "Yo, the quality ain't there." Like they didn't care. Put it all out. You know?
How's yours? Are yours okay?
Yeah, they straight to me. I didn't notice anything different until people started saying something. Like I think my cement toe box is like slightly different, but to be honest, it's not like one of the.
I mean, are they supposed to be exact mirrored images? Like what your left elephant print shoe has should be the same with your right.
That's what everybody thinks, but then there's this small theory of like, what if Nike did this on purpose? You know,
Well, also
nobody.
you got to think. You also got to think too that they're probably cutting this from a big strip of that material.
Right.
The pattern is already laid. You know,
Yeah.
so they're just cutting they're just cutting out the piece that they need for that for your heel tab and for your toe box. You know, the material is already laid and made, you know? So
Nike somewhere sitting back laughing at us, man. For real, like, these guys, that's not what it that makes the shoe real or fake. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Telling you. But they can't put it all the way out there because if they put it all the way out there, people are gonna take advantage of it. That's part of the trade secret situation that I've talked about in the past.
So you
Um,
know, Nike, you think Nike knows was the answers, but they're not gonna give them up.
oh hell no, they can't. If they do that, then they're just opening themselves up to a can of world of trouble, and then
Allegedly, they know the answers.
allegedly they know the answers. Well, Nike has to know. In my opinion, if they don't know, then we should we up the peak without a we up the creek without a paddle, so to speak, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be we all so far into this joint, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Let me hit the chat real quick. Manny says, and Nike could be capping to mess up ScanMax services for doing the NFT. Shaking my head without their permission. Allegedly, that's where it all stemmed from. Rep to Play says, thanks for recommending getting lost and founds. Just got them on GOAT. Hope they are real when I get them.
Hey,
Yeah,
congrats, yo.
you ain't waste no time, man.
Changing lives, man.
Yeah, sheesh. Exactly. Definitely. As long as you got that Insta ship, you should be good. Those are from the Insta ship is like they already got them because they partnered with Flight Club, which has also had a great reputation over the years as well. And I think that's just pretty much Flight Club shipping directly from their store, versus Goat having the people send them in, verify them, this that, and the third. But it could be several different ways of how they got it set up. I don't work there, but they got a great reputation. Flight Club and Goat, which are basically the same company now, they're merged together. Kwame says this been a good year to cop so far, in my opinion. Good releases and high stock. Seeing a lots of W's in the Discord. Most definitely. This is
Yeah, I
true.
think this is year 23. Come on, man. This is a year of Jordan.
That I didn't even think that deep into it, but you're right. You're right. Dunks on something, man. Dunks is on to something. Manu the Kick says, congrats, Rip to Play, and post them on the Discord when you get the lost and founds to double check because GOAT actually has good service. That is a fact. Entering the building says, at Kwame, I keep seeing our Discord homies get the W's. It's good shoes and going on feet and not in the reseller closet. Most definitely. I think this week, this is the most I've literally been able to put on a different shoe every day this week. Low key, man. And shouts out to Dunsk. We saw you in the Phantoms today, man.
Man, Maddie started it off. Then you came out with the Air Forces, So, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just pull mine out. I haven't really showed them out in the street yet, So,
Oh, I didn't even realize we had hit a whole Travis theme. Like, I
yeah.
know yours was Travis's, but I didn't realize you said, "Hey, let's keep it going." Total, dude. You probably be like, man, you
No,
probably,
no, no. I got you. Hey, my
man.
assumption is everybody knows what's going on at all times. So,
Yeah, I didn't know, man. Guys all over the place. I'm like, what is Dunst talking about? He was going. I think everybody posting their shoes. I'm like, oh, everybody posted Travis joints. So okay, I got you. Learn something. Let me get back to this article real quick. Been on this joint. We're gonna be on it about another 10 minutes or so, man. Says Nike didn't respond and request a comment for Kim's. Totally said that wrong. Our deal for his story. The brand originally doesn't comment on pending allegations. Yeah, Nike ain't got. This is my thing. Nike is the head hunter. They ain't got to talk. You know what I'm saying? They the one got the law. They're not gonna talk. They're the one who filed this whole situation. Why would Nike comment?
they did enough talking.
Right.
Now it's time for action.
Exactly. One of the things I like on this header, it says, how did the whole start? How did this whole thing start? And it started back in March, April 2022, because I'm a collector slash reseller. I was looking at the time of the SKUs of the UNC ones. Okay, so that's when he said he was basically trying to flip some shoes. That's what that article basically says. This is the interview we asked him. Okay, so one of the questions you asked him is, are you somebody who shops on there a lot? Because it seems like buying that many pairs might raise a red flag in their system. He says, no, I've been buying lots of pairs. I mean, I've spent over $1 million on StockX platform total. So the dude who bought this 60 pairs of shoes, he spent $1 million.
Yeah.
God damn. Is he over exaggerating though?
Nah, I believe it.
Okay. So I mean, this kind of resale thing. So he was very confident in them before, you know what I'm saying? But he apparently used. He says, I checked them and then I ran them through Check app and Legit Check app both. They were failing both the apps. I
But
mean, but who's to say these apps know you can't always pictures are great, but sometimes you still need to see that joint in hand. You know what I'm saying?
oh yeah.
It says, have you had something like that happen before? Have you ever had shoes fail on there? He says, yeah, but not to that scale. You're buying stuff from events and stuff, and every once in a while. Okay, so it used to be rare. So StockX, like I said, StockX used to actually be on their game. You have a check, and they check the insole stitching on the shoes, and they look suspect. So not on that scale. So he's saying the more he checked them, the more and more like he got worried. And the scale is what is exactly you bought how many pairs? He says, I bought 60-ish. I think it's 62 pairs of those SKUs specifically. And at the end of it, I think 38 have failed. So this is where that number from. So 38 of those have failed. 38 out of 62 shoes. That's an insane ratio. This is basically the interview. He says, am I surprised? I would think that spending how much money you do on there, they would treat you with such priority. So I guess homie realized they wasn't treating them. Hell no, they don't care. They got your money. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They're not even thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? So this is just the interview off of Complex. He says they weren't trying to admit overright they were fake. Yeah, that's any. I had to go through that when I had to do the thing with Goat when I was calling them out, I'm like, hey, I think these are suspect. They doubled down, tripled down on the joint until I got my credit card company involved. And then things changed. Right when I got my credit card company involved, I say within 24 hours, they're like, hey, yeah, we're going to go ahead and issue a label to ship it. You know, they ain't waste no time.
Oh yeah, I bet. I bet.
Yeah, so I didn't, but I didn't take it there to that point at first. He says basically yes, but they offered to fully refund me. They gave me a $500 gift card for my troubles, and they offered to fly me out to Detroit so I can see the authentication process in person and stuff. Wow, so they didn't want to double down, but then once they saw that he was going on the level and it made that social media attention, they pretty much gave him his money back with a $500 gift card. That's a win.
And I went to fly him and say, "See, we'll show you how we even do it to make sure that you don't blast us again."
Right. So Brandon Dunn asked him, "Did you go? Um, did you go to Detroit?" He says, "No, because knowing what I knew at the time, I didn't know when this information would come out. I thought I'd be super awkward if I was there, and somehow they found out this other stuff. Now looking at some of the timeless and the redacted document. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go there. I would like to, but it just seems like I'd awkward. And honestly, I have a whole host of other things going on in my life right now too. Oh, that man going through it.
And have to worry about something as simple as buying shoes. You know,
Right.
it's turning into a whole ordeal.
Yeah, he said this is a busy year for work. For me, reselling is something else. It's just like a bit of fun on the side. Okay, so he's well, you got to be clearly a serious reseller if you're getting that many pairs. I would think.
And if you already spent $1 million plus, which means he probably been with them probably
Yeah,
since the beginning.
yeah. He says, how big was the refund from StockX? The refund on me on 38 shoes, I mean, the refund to each individual order, I think each order was around at least 350
Ooh,
times 38. So I don't know, over 10 grand, 12 grand, something like that. This dude, I would know that number about it. I don't know. Maybe he's just that deep in the game. I would, I could spit my numbers back off the top of my head. Then they gave me a $500 gift card, so they made me whole. And I think to that extent, it wouldn't have been better had the process occurred without me having to do all that work around trying to get it viral, dealing with the stress of am I stuck with a bunch of fake shoes? Oh, so he tried to get it viral, so he probably put some advertisement out there to get it into people's eyes. You know what I mean?
and the actual number was 13,300. If anybody was wondering,
13-3.
13,300.
Oh wow. Okay, so dang dunks. Okay, all right. Dunks, that's the number that he said he got. So around $1,300.
Thirteen
Are they
hundred, 1,000. Go on.
13,000, my bad. So you did what you did, the calculator joint?
No, man. I'm good at math. What do you mean?
Whoa, okay, sorry. He says, what compelled you to take part in the disposition and things like that? Did you already have your refund at this point? And was there any moment where you were like, I'm done with this, you guys can figure this out? He said, so for me, I didn't get a refund, but he said I did get a refund, but the things is I really like StockX. I really like their actual critical part of sneaker accessibility, and I believe in the concept. The problem is they're never really been held accountable for the way they handle stuff. All right, valid point. So because he said he really likes StockX, so he didn't really want to get involved. He says, and I know from personal experience, people who've gotten fakes from StockX and StockX response in the past has been to sell it back on the platform. Yep, we've heard that 100 times, which rubs me the wrong way. And this was actually something that came up because I was trying to remember when it happened because I've gotten feedback from them on that. I know other people have, but I've gotten feedback like that too, and it just felt wrong. If you have a fake shoe, even if you think it's fake, the answer shouldn't be make this someone else's problem. Yeah, but I've heard allegedly that they will do. They have said that. And this is the other thing. When I got my fake shoe, the 38 shoes that I had when I had posted it and I went viral, the biggest pain in the you know what was the number of DMs I got from people being like, "Hey, what are you going to do with those shoes? Can I have them? Can you sell them to me at the discount?" I'm like, dude, no, I'm going to pass on a bad product and make it someone else's problem. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So some people don't truly care. I'm assuming this is the dude right here. Worker receives sneakers at StockX Authentication Center. Okay, so this is somebody who works at StockX. Okay, got you. So they just randomly input that. He says, and I think what bugged me about StockX situation is that they were claiming 100% authenticity at the time, but there was no resource for it. Yeah, like I said, they changed that verbiage real quickly. The decision was always final. Yeah, like they don't get it wrong. Everybody's human. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you get the message like, can you tell me if these are real? I got them from StockX. I can't get them to do anything. I don't know what to do. Yeah. Yep. Should I get a chargeback? Yep. I've had questions like people have asked me this like 100 times, man. Um, yeah, I've had this on my how to get a refund from go to StockX.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here we go.
Nice, safe place for us. Lose to y'all and to the chat. Smash the like.
most definitely. Salutes to Big Money Sunny, man. Salutes. We just got the 1999 donation in from Big Money Sunny. Says, cause y'all the homies and provide a nice, safe place for us. Salutes to y'all and to the chat. Smash that like. Yes, Sirski. Salutes to Big Money Sunny, man.
For sure, for sure.
Salutes to Big
Appreciate it,
Money
Sonny.
Sunny. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. But yeah, like I was saying on this one, man, I think he's like people have asked this, you know what I'm saying? I've gotten this all over. That's like how to get a honestly, that's how you know. Like from my video that I made, how to get a refund from Go to StockX, and
Yo, we did that shit years ago.
years ago, but it's over 100,000 some views.
Yeah, no. Yo,
That lets you know.
you still had a fro back then, huh?
Now I had my dreads, but they were really much. They were up to here, you know. But
Oh,
they just like that let you know how many people occurred as problems. Over 100,000 some people. Well, I don't say over 100,000 some people, but we'll say let's say 20% of them, like 10% watch it because we cool, and then the what 80 the 90% is like, hey, this happened to me. What can I do?
yeah,
Or you got that percentage where people are trying to get over on somebody else. You know what I mean? It can
yeah,
go in so many different ways. So yeah, there definitely was something wrong with that. Like I said, Goat was like this too. But see, I think my video actually helped Goat because I've heard so many times where people like they may not give you your money back, but they'll give you Goat credit, or if it's a defect, they'll give you like 10% off your next purchase or 20% off your next purchase, which is somewhat semi better. But
so that's
sometimes
what.
you want your money back though.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so pretty much to a perfectionist who wants no scrapes, no scuffs, no glue, no nothing on their shoe, to complain and say, "Hey, I don't want this shoe. I'd rather just you send me a shoe that I'm satisfied with, or just give me my money back." You know, say, "Yeah, no, we'll just give you 10% off your next purchase." Pretty
Pretty
much.
much. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, goat.
Yeah. And so, but that's how they still kind of do that from what I've heard. Um, Let's see. But will you say you'll still buy from StockX and you continue to do so? He says, yeah. I mean, I stopped buying problematic SKUs. Okay, so he knows which SKUs. This dude got to be heavy in the game. He says, what are this is a great, that's what I want to know. What are problematic SKUs? He says, you got UNC ones, you got Hyper Royal ones, and Mocha ones. White on white Air Force ones are problematic. You just
Royal.
Hyper Royals, UNC ones, and Jordan 1 and the Mochas and the Air Force ones.
And the Mochas, yeah.
Yeah, he says you just kind of hear stuff. I'm in a bunch of cook groups. You hear which fakes are getting really good, and then I'll start avoiding those. Generally, I move more toward the types of dunks that aren't really. There's rumors that pandas are highly fake, but I haven't actually seen it. So the shoe that I started buying after they were very close to release where the fakes weren't good or shoes that are just not worth it from the market value perspective from them to make fakes because they're so close to retail. Okay, yeah, that's why I said I don't think they remake every shoe fake, but if they know that there's no money in it, they're not gonna go. But see these Hyper Royals, there was a reason to remake them. I know the most.
They should have did the turbos.
Yeah, I thought they would have did the turbos too. You know what I'm saying?
I still want the turbos, man. I still want the turbos.
They're not for me, man.
And they're doing like a new the was it the Cell Pink later this year. So that's gonna complete like that whole that whole little series. So you're gonna have like the Hyper Royals, you're gonna have the turbos, then you're gonna have that washed pink, yeah. Oh, and the washed which one is the washed?
We just got
Thanks for the info. So newbies like me can learn the game and avoid being scammed. Thumbs up.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Rep to Play says, thanks for the info. So newbies like me can learn the game and avoid being scammed. Most definitely, man. That's where I started out. Y'all want y'all to learn all my mistakes. I don't want nobody else because I know how I felt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I know how I felt.
I want that whole. I'm thinking about. I kind of want that whole little series. I want the Hyper Royals, the turbos, the washed. I don't know if the washed pink. I'll probably those for my girl, but I definitely want those washed. The ones that's coming out. The black and white ones. The washed pandas. I guess you can call them.
Yeah.
Panda highs, whatever. Probably or Jordan 1 pandas. The washed ones. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
I think so.
Manny's posted them before, and he's brought them up.
Then I probably seen them, yeah.
But yeah, it's like that whole little 4 shoe series that they're gonna have. Nice shoes, but I like them. Hey, did you like that clay series they did with the ones?
No, it wasn't for me.
You know what I'm talking about, though?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I wasn't
too.
I
like those.
Not really. I seen like ladies rocking it a lot.
It's just like very soft. It looks like very, very soft, like almost suede leather, I guess,
Yeah. It just wasn't for me. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Man on the Kick says, congrats to replay and post them on the Discord. Read that one. Let's see. I think Man on the Kick says, imagine copping a reimagined Jordan 3s and then thinking they are UA, but it's a Nike oops defect for rushing the production. That's a possibility. That is a possibility. Endo says, I kept seeing the Discord images with their W's. Read that one. Man on the Kick says, Travis Scott 3-peat Shishi. Yep, most definitely. We definitely did that today in the Discord. Rep to Play says, yep, I did Insta ship hella pricey, but I thought your points made sense. We'll have to get connected to post on the Discord. I'm an old head, never been on Discord. I know, shaking my head. Hey,
no, trust me, man. If you guys would have seen me and these guys behind the scenes when we first got this shit.
Hey,
yeah,
like it's definitely, if you've never done it before, it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, like you know how to work this shit.
Yeah, like when Sonny threw it out there, like you guys create Discord. All right, cool. I went behind the scenes, looked at them like, I watched like tons of video, but every video says, "Don't worry, everybody's felt like this whenever you're first getting into it." He's like, it's normal, but now, hell, I ain't saying I'm a master, but I'm more comfortable than when I went first one
Oh,
started.
for sure, yeah.
You know, I ain't know what the hell to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, so I went from learning that program from scratch. So don't feel bad at all. Rep to
No,
play.
never.
Jay Brooks says, "What up, sneaker fam? What up, Jay and Dunks? I don't think StockX will ever recover. More and more bad all the time. People leaving the company." And that was another valid
And
point. Josh,
getting fired. So let's not forget that people are
what
getting
happened?
laid off.
People, yep, people did get laid off. But I knew once that Josh
I think
Looper,
getting laid off is worse than just walking out. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? If
because
you get laid off,
the
then that
money ain't
lets you
there.
know that you did something wrong or the company's doing something wrong.
Most likely the company ain't got the bread,
Yeah.
allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Um, Kwame says, "I trust Instaship on hype stuff. It's definitely a little tax, but I know my last purchase is 100% legit." Manny with the kick says, "It's user friendly, rep to play, and similar to Nike Talk. Most definitely. That's what we're trying to bring back. Hey, that's how you know Manny been in the game
Uh,
a long time. Nike Talk is pretty much earlier days of what a Discord is. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep it 100. My Concord 11s. That's how I got my joints. I didn't get them off there, but that was one of the good ways to legit check. So it was great articles on there when I did have to, touch that resale market and stuff like that. But again, fakes wasn't rolling around like that back in the day either. But I mean, they was trying to duplicate that shoe heavy. Let's see. Big Money Sunny says, "I don't believe those machine learning slash I don't either AI. I know where you're going with this, but I don't believe in those machine learning slash AI apps for authentication. You have to create modules, do the programming can do figure shit out with yep, machine learning and AI is specifically still flawed, most definitely. I always do that. Granted, they got top of the line, but those machine they it's still you still have to program it from like a human perspective. You know what I'm saying? So the machine is only going to be as smart as you set it up to, as you configure it to be.
yeah, exactly. And that's why, off topic, what people think robots are going to take over the world. They can only be as smart as the person who programs them. If you program them to take over the world, then yeah, they'll take over the world. The robot can't do anything beyond what their programmer or master has built them to do. A vacuum cleaner can't just grow legs and say, "Hey, this is my house now. Get out." You know,
Pretty much, it's
no,
just
vacuum can only vacuum. It can only vacuum with the control of its uh, controller or owner. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So this is a little side topic just to kind of blend in with what Sonny was saying.
Yeah, but I agree with Sonny on that one.
Yeah, yeah, of
Super
course.
valid point. Big Money Sonny says, anyhow, many with the kicks put that LL Cool J Milky Cereal song in my head. Damn it. Rep to Play says, good content. Just appreciate that. Rep to Play, appreciate that all the way. Man with the kicks got the skulls to Sonny. Big Money Sonny says, salutes to Rep to Play. Welcome to the family, most definitely. Salutes to Jonesy for keeping it real with the chinos and their UAs. Oh wow! I know they offer those shoe tubers a bag and free UA. Salutes to staying in your own lane, brother. Yeah, most definitely, man. And I know where you're going with that one, Big Money Sonny. But yeah, man. I don't want to switch up, man, and I don't want to just give in for, you know, sweet deals. You know what I mean? Just to get the review out. It sucks sometimes, but it doesn't suck. I'm on the ground like everybody else. I'm not just because I'm up here putting the content out. I'm still putting in the footwork, doing all the stuff that they say. Hey, if you want this shoe, you need to do X, Y, Z. Ain't nobody doing nothing special for me, and I ain't even tripping over it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy too? Like with these YouTubers, I don't know. Maybe if I'm just catching on to it, but you never see them actually on sneakers or at these foot stores getting the shoes. They just magically already have them.
I try to, like Like I tried to tell y'all in the Discord, like it's you know what I'm saying. It's been one time I seen it where two specific YouTubers or shoe tubers was that's in the same state, and they literally have been on each other's video. They live, I don't say down the street, but driving distance, right? They pretty much, if one person get access, they share the shoe. They never do it on feet. Granted, when one of them try to do it on feet, it's not hard, but it is kind of like you want to pay attention to detail. You could tell the difference. So they never did it on feet as well. And I'm
Yeah,
not saying I'm not trying to take pick on them, but I mean they stopped doing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it was because like they know they had to get a shoe back to where they got it from, and then it got to the point where they would just own up on it. So you know what I mean? It is what it is. Um, it is what it is all the way. Entor says, "Yo, I gotta run. Have a good night, everybody."
yep.
All right, Entor. Check you out later, homie. Kwame says, "Peace." Entor J Brooks says, "Peace." Peace from Big Money Sunny. First break this week so far. Had to catch the love along with the IPA. Okay, got a few had to catch the live.
What you drinking, Sonny?
Most definitely. Give us the details. Kwame says, even GOAT before the merge with Flight Club had some issues back then. That is true. This is true. GOAT definitely had issues before, but Flight Club helped improve that. I don't know if it's because of that instant ship thing, but it really made a big difference. Um, Kwame says they list hyper royals. I want them shoes so bad too, but I know them reps out there. GOAT used to be my customer when I worked at AWS, their development department of the LA out here in LA. Okay, Big Money Sunny saying that. Okay. They never really had together, but they got the Foot Locker bag. Okay, cool. So yeah, they did invest in them. So um D's Luminati says Goat sent me a pair with major defects, makes me doubt their whole authentication process. If you didn't do their instant shit, then I'll say this: if it's that defective, then that's probably like Nike. It depends on what shoe it is, because sometimes Nike, like if you getting a pair of Reimagine threes on there, you can't blame that one on Goat. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because that's just a known. You can't Goat gonna get the flack of it, but they shouldn't because that's Nike's who put them out like that.
yeah.
Jay Brooks says, "Yeah, I'm so thankful I got my pairs of hyper rolls before the reps went crazy. I got one pair retail rep to play." Says homegirl, but that's okay. Good stuff. Gotta run. Okay, okay,
So
cool.
it's female, yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, cool. My bad. My bad. Big Money Sonny says, apologies, homegirl. Okay, that's what Sonny was saying. Okay, Sonny said, I thought I had slipped up, but I get what you're saying, homegirl. Okay, respects, salutes. D's Illuminati says, washed black. Kwame
That's
says,
those. That's those. The ones that I was talking about. That's gonna complete that 4 pack.
oh, okay, got you.
Those the yeah. So the hypers, the turbos, the washed pink, and then the washed black, and that's gonna complete like that whole little series.
Kwame says, Hyper Rolls and Turbos are Grail 1. To me, I know
Hell yeah.
at Big Money Sunny. Fire Facts Kwame from Big Money Sunny, and the skull emoji to Dunks from Manny with the Kicks. So I'm gonna touch on the rest of this article, then we're gonna close things out here in the next few minutes. I just want to hit the highlights. Says you don't have any questions in the back of your head of whether you're not handling a fake or selling a fake or wearing a fake, especially as a reseller too. He says because they have downstream effects. So he definitely has it. Says the fakes that you've received from them were they very close to the actual shoe? Do you think it's something you could have to determine with your own naked eye? Says so. I'm not a great authenticator. Okay, this right here could actually work in StockX favor. He's not. I'm not a great authenticator. I can see that. Yeah, from the naked eye. On the outside, they're pretty accurate. Okay,
Yeah, you
so I
should have
can't.
seen.
So on the inside, but see, he don't know. You know.
How do you feel about that? Do you? I don't know about ripping my insole up just to check some stitching. I want that glue. I want that glue to stay. Kind of there.
Well, some of them they come up pretty easily. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It just depends. Like I've had some where it's stuck down there pretty bad, and I'm not gonna struggle to pull it out. You know,
yeah,
it says it's obviously not your responsibility to solve the symmetric problems that the way StockX have. But do you think there's anything they can do really to verify the problematic SKUs that have pairs in the market that are so close to the real thing? So I don't know if Nike really has like generic SKUs or what. So I'm hoping they do because I'm very curious what they did to deem these 38 pairs fake, and I think that's a like open question that we all want to know.
Yeah.
And the one the question yes, as long as the customer understands that the thing that doesn't mean this is 100% legitimate. I mean, yeah, that's what we people been saying. Like they probably would have been okay if they want to said everything 100% authentic. You know, maybe you say like even on the cleaning sprays, you say it shows 99.9% effective, just
Mm-hmm.
in case if you are that where it's not working, they got that legal loophole. You know,
Mm-hmm.
is there one thing that you trust more than the other? He says no, and no way. So apparently he didn't trust it all the way. So I mean, obviously he didn't trust it all the way because he obviously got paranoid whenever I guess something actually stuck out to him. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
very curious as this goes on because, like I said, I'm almost positive. I bet you StockX wish they would have kind of just, hey, let's
Play the
take
game right.
if they would have left if they would have just took the NFT down, maybe they wouldn't have been this deep in the hole.
Mm-hmm.
Allegedly. Big Money Center says dope live, y'all always appreciate a date night tonight since I haven't had off in a bit. Catch y'all on Friday and don't forget DJ Music Hour. Y'all stay blessed, most definitely. Appreciate that, Big Money Sonny.
For sure.
Yeah, I pretty much wrap things up for tonight for me and Dunks. Anyway, we've been on this joint for an hour and 45 minutes coming along.
Yeah,
Um,
well, more average time because it took me. I was about 15 minutes late, so
yeah, true, true. So we right on time according to Dunks. Other than that, man, we're gonna wrap things up for the night. I have a feeling we will revisit this topic as more updates come out. So y'all definitely sign off in the comment section. I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna wrap things up. So y'all smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already. Sub up to the sold out Discord. It is pinned up in the chat. Appreciate the donations tonight for show
Oh
for
yeah.
show. Really goes a long way. Again, if you like content about sneakers, you're in the right place. I'm Jeremy Jones, and that's what I do. I make content about sneakers, occasional trial hauls, and of course, y'all know we got Music Mondays. Y'all definitely come in and show some love on Music Mondays. But other than that, man, we close things out for the night, and I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Hey guys, hey, thanks for joining us with this live, man. This was a good one. It seems like we had quite a few people show up. Everybody was very active. Uh, thanks to all the new subscribers. Congratulations to Red to Play for her purchase, and also thank you for the donation. Same to you, Sonny. But you already know the love is mutual here. So yeah, everybody, just enjoy the rest of your night. Um, have a great rest of your day and day. I need something from you guys come Friday, but I'll let you guys know on that day. So I need everybody. I need everybody's support for this. So just I got something Friday that I need you guys to do for me. Uh, and with that, everybody have a good night.
All right, I'm very curious, man, but we're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.